Now, my name is Abid Baidus. I'm going to be your host for this evening. I'm the architect and the founder of Talents of Endearment main platform, which is yes, you can take this live. It's live broadcasted. So now, Talents of Endearment is a program that actually started back in 2020 in the midst of the pandemic, when everybody was struggling to figure out solutions, to figure out, to understand the nature of the problems that everybody was facing. So here comes Talents of Endearment, started by Identity Branding Forum, a company that has been around since 2007, operating worldwide. Basically, what they is to create relevancy between people and business. When you think of the word relevancy, it's critical because if business not relevant to people's needs, demands, ambition, future, it does not exist. Same thing for people. If they cannot make themselves known with their ambition, their aspirations, they don't exist. So what we have done, and this is what actually was unveiled by coronavirus or COVID-19 in 2020 to this day, the world is still struggling with the prospect of how to really realign ourselves with the new era of the online business, online education, online shopping, online youth, online future, online workforce, online workplace, and I can go on and on with the transformation and the struggle with this new changes that's still facing companies unstoppably. The link is talentsofendearment.com. Please you're welcome to take a look at it later after we finish this presentation and to see what is exactly that we do, all the programs, services, platforms that we have designed and put together. Now, let's talk about why Talents of Endearment became very important today in the world arena. There's a growing problem worldwide, and it's no secret. We keep hearing about it. That is expected to hit 3.8 billion people by 2030. The majorities of those populations are youth, people from the age of 15 to 25. And then there is other jobs that's going to be lost to so-called machines, robots, artificial intelligence, that measures about 2 billion new places that is going to be lost. And unfortunately, 90% of those numbers are in Asia and Africa. The biggest populations of this growing challenge, the growing demand that is facing. Now, why is this a growing need? Because youth has a problem. Historically, this is not just new. They have challenges of getting experience when they graduate from college or graduate from high school. That experience that makes them employable, with the ability to grow, no opportunities for them, and then they're alone. The lack of career support. Who's going to be there to help me when I need help a little later? So these four challenges were key in making our decision developing TECA, Talents of Endearment Career Accelerator. That became the solution to over the challenges. Now, the worldwide interest in Davos recently that was completed, they addressed the three issues concerning working patterns that's changing dramatically, and of course, more so after 2021, 22, 23. That is changing faster than businesses that could ever handle. Societies or communities could ever adapt to. Workers today, they really need a whole different types of packages. Their expectations of their workplace is different today than they were in 2020. They need more security. They need flexibility. They need to be included in the decisions being made. at their corporate levels in the developments of products or services. They need that stability that would actually ensure them with the safe employment that they look at. And this is more actually impacted by the Z generation that is growing, coming into this place ability. Companies should actually start changing their focus, where from focusing on being customer centric to be focused more on being employee centric, in order that would allow them to carry on with their opportunities, what they can do, what they cannot do, how to make employees happy, how to make employees productive, how to really engage employees in the future of companies' growth, engage employees in actually identifying and filtering market demands, how to engage employees to create a new market channels for their businesses. So all of that is piling up which makes it harder for companies, especially in Asia and Africa, to really try to adapt as fast as these changes are, compared to the companies, organizations in Europe or the United States that are more agile and more flexible to that. There is a work monitor that was created in 2022 that started actually 2003 to monitor how the work patterns is changing. When it first started, there was a recession that is about to end. Job security, you can see, work balance was a big worry for people. And as we progress all the way to 2022, at the end of this table, we start that talents in the lead demand of work balance and value alignment. So the work balance is necessary. That still remains the key emphasis of work changes, monitors. That requires a whole different type of a leadership mentality, a whole type of actually workforce mentality. So if we're looking at the common workplace challenges today, we see things that are more of a social nature of a problems, lack of communication, people management, employees among themselves, employees management, management leadership. Altogether, that link of communication is just being disrupted. And more so after 2020, the pandemic that really hit the workplace, hit the world, hit the market. Employees now, they started looking at being recognized more for their needs, their ambition, for their good works, for their ideas. How are we being appreciated? These are more emotional, social level type of concerns that are hitting workplaces, that leadership and current business owners, especially in Asia and Africa, they have a hard time to adapt to, or to embrace, or to even to begin to talk about, because the majorities of them, they are family businesses. Transparency in leaderships, which is very lacking, especially in Africa and Asia. More controls, more openness that is required, that allows people to start talking to each other, listening to the employees, listening no matter whether they are small or big. No, doesn't matter what role they have. A doorkeeper, an ironman at your companies could actually have more ideas to share with your companies, to help improve its relationship with markets, communities, and the likes. Human resources are looking today and how to maintain employee morale and engagement, especially with all what we have been hearing about after the pandemic. How to retain top talents, and everybody has been hearing, basically, is how people at major companies are quitting jobs, high-paying jobs. They are looking at, basically, in terms of something a lot more than just a good pay and a good job. Okay, so how do we retain the top talents that are changing? Because a lot of even youth today that lost hope to finding jobs at companies after they graduate, they started their own beehives. They started creating their own startup ideas, startup companies, because all what they need is just a brain and a skill to start an application. And then how to find and recruit the good talents and with the necessary skills to help the companies grow. When I say the necessary skills that and the talent, that puts me to stop to think in terms of what does that mean? Recruiting talent with necessary skills. Does that mean somebody that is creative, somebody that is proactive, somebody that is inspiring, somebody that is motivating? With the skills basically is how to really apply what I have to building these new opportunities. So are we looking here into discovering new opportunities and using our skills and talents to build them? Different perspectives that we are looking at. So we are going we start seeing companies, workplaces, workforces moving from something a lot more than a job, moving or a good pay. They're moving to something that be them. And this, when we started, this is what TECA solution that when we designed it, we focused to help college students and graduates do and develop. How to develop a scalable universal experience, very much needed by business around the world. So we didn't have in mind with the time or the geographic location where you are, basically in order to graduate, but how to become universally acceptable. You are able to fit anywhere in any environment, and the talents to stay globally competitive, and the opportunity to start a professional career from anywhere in the world as long as you have a computer and the internet. So the entire focus of TECA, or Talents of Endearment Capabilities, Career Accelerator, is basically on these three emphases: scalable universal experience, the talent to stay globally competitive, and the ability and to have the opportunity to start a professional career from anywhere in the world. Could anybody think any more of those? I'm sure you can have, but it needs to be, and if you think carefully, they all fit in within those three dimensions that we focused on. So to prepare youth, to prepare college students, college graduates, interns for the future of work, we had to start thinking, what is the future of work looks like? And to start thinking of the future of work and how it looks like, we started looking at the new generation that is existing, the Z generation, and what they are doing. So in order for us to be free of all the prejudices and the pre-context experiences that we have had, we had to quit the old ways of doing things. We had to quit the old ways of thinking. We had to quit the old ways of approaching problems, approaching solutions, to finding out what should be and should be not. And why it's important? Because we had to be free of all the biases that exist in education, in business, and even within our own experiences that we historically been adapted to. As people, as professionals, as youth, as educators as well. So we had to look at how to really create that freedom culture where everybody have a space to be all they can be. Because I have a dream when I went to college. When I left college, that dream diminished. It wasn't there anymore. Why? Because I didn't see any reaching hand to help me stay focused on that dream. When I graduate, I'm able to pursue it. It didn't happen to my generation. And I am sure it's not happening to a lot of your generations, and the people around you. So how do we change that? And through TECA, or Talents of Endearment Career Accelerators, focusing on the college generation, where they have the culture where they are amazing in everything that they do. That becomes their brand. All what they'll be focused on is how to create an amazing ideas, how to create amazing solutions, how to create amazing opportunities, how to create amazing culture, how to create an amazing community, how to create an amazing support, how to create an amazing takeaway that they will be able to support it, to sustain a successful communities around them, to grow for them. So all of these puts us on a search that is everybody's searching for. Youth and college, graduates out of college, businesses, communities, community leaderships, college educators, everybody. How do we really tackle this problem that is keep changing its shape, smell, that doesn't look like what it was a year ago? Today, we are looking at a different beast that could later, in a day or two or a year from now, look differently. So things are moving and changing very fast, much faster than we can grasp on it, to understand its nature and to deal with it. So we have to be free of all of those biases that I mentioned a little earlier. So we are not being held back by anything. And this takes us to the next question, the concept, the prospects of right and best. You see, this is critical and fun to play with. For example, when I say what is right for you and what is the best for you, they are two different things. Okay, so when a lot of people going to college today, everybody telling them the best career to follow is in artificial intelligence, in machine learning, in IT, data, right? But that recommendation, that best recommendation, may not be the right one for the student. Correct? For example, the best car, Rolls-Royce, is the best car in the world, but the best in what? In the luxury class. But it's not right for me to have that car driving into poor neighborhoods, right? It doesn't fit. So what means basically what I should be focused on is what fits, not what's the best in the market. What fits now in the things that I want to do, what fits now in the workplaces that I need to go to, and then focus on the best way to achieve it or to build it. So I shouldn't be focused on what is the best ideas in somebody's mind, and focus on what is the right fit for me in a certain place that I want to grow on. I want to build my career, I want to build my family, and then focus on the best way to do it, to achieve it. So that becomes in context. Now you are putting those two words, the right fit and the best way, in context of your future, in context of business, in context of your community, in context of everything you are thinking of or dreaming about achieving in your life, what have you. And based on a study that was done by Gallup a couple of years ago, 15% of graduates' personal business success is based on their skills, the best way to do things. Now, I want to start putting things in perspective for you to understand it. Now, this is what everybody goes to college for. This is what every business is in business for. How to do things right, right? Now, 85% of success is based on the relationships, the right thing to do next, which the things that we don't even focus on in college, and the things that most businesses don't even focus on in business about. And this is when you start hearing about corporate social responsibility, to try to fill the space for the 85% that the businesses are missing to become more of a socially viable, more socially acceptable. For example, what this means basically is the best person is capable to climb the tree. So not all of these gonna be able to climb the tree. There is only one person. So the new mind change, the new workplaces is to shift that table. Instead of the 15% here, now we're looking at the 85%. This is the prime. This is the priority where we're focusing on. Building up relationships, how people are able to collaborate, cooperate, think together to do the right thing for everybody, not just for the one person, the best person. Now, and then use their 15% the skills that they have learned in college to do it right together, which is this way. How to do it right together for all of them to be able to achieve it. This is the new the workplace talents that is required, the future employees, the future workforces that everybody is looking at and expecting to create the changes necessary and needed for business. So we're looking at the 85%, the right fit. This is where we focus in TECA, where we are helping youth, college students to focus on where do I fit right? What are the things that I really need to start focusing on doing next for the right fit, for the right business. And then use what I learned in college to do it best, to build it best, to achieve it. That's where the change becomes different. This is where things start changing in the minds of the students. So now we're taking collective numbers of youth that coming together to unlock that 85% relationships that we are helping businesses through college students, graduates of colleges from around the world. Stop for a minute and start thinking. Now, we are looking at college students, graduates, to really start unlocking the 85% relationships, opportunities for businesses. This is where we focus at TECA, Talents of Endearment Career Accelerators, where we started moving students from thinking of how to do things, the things that they learned in college, to start focusing on value. What are you to business? What are you to the community? What are you to people? What are you to kids? What are the good things that you're going to be doing? What are the positive change that you're going to bring about to help orphans, to help disabled people, to start really connecting to the people's hearts, to the community's hearts, for people to start embracing you. Once you have done that, now you have a purpose that everybody could see and observe, even the future businesses that is going to be looking at you as the one person that is going to actually enhance the business relationship, the business picture, the business image in the local communities. Because now you have a purpose in life. You have a clear that everybody appreciates in your community, that everybody knows you now. Okay, for the good things that you are able to do. And this is what we help college students and graduates to start focusing on, is how to really become focused on the good things that they can do in their local communities, and for the local businesses that they are targeting, for everybody wanting to embrace them, for everybody wanting to support them. So that the perception that they're creating, that you are a good deed doers, you are a good giver. You are there for everybody. You are there to support everybody. Now you are becoming the future of local families, the future of local kids, whoever you're going to start helping in your local communities, that you start aligning with the businesses that you're going to be focused on. Now, how we do it is we let everybody start imagining the future. Okay, imagining the future isn't easy. I cannot just tell you, here, you got a crystal ball, look at it and tell me what type of a future you can see. Can anybody do it? If you can, tell me, and let's start making some money off of you. So whatever happens here is we let everybody in the free mind is to start imagining the type of a future actually they can imagine for their community, not just for themselves. That's a difference. That when we started having every student that join our programs to start coming up with ideas that is actually of the future. But how do I really come up with ideas that are relevant to the future, relevant to people, relevant to business? Easy. Is having students focusing on creating ideas that are relevant to everybody, focusing on a world of curiosity. Okay, like Einstein, Newton, when we start focusing on curiosities, what could happen if I change this? What could happen if I help for example, I have a lot of orphans in my local communities. How can I really change their lives that may, in a way that may impact local business growth? Now, how do I really, what kind of an opportunities that I can create for disabled people, handicapped people, that would actually help businesses to cut cost, operating, marketing, promoting, as a call center, for example. So that curiosity world that we start helping the students to going through TECA, which actually is the one that is going to help them start seeing the things that are really needed in the local market, local opportunities for the businesses, and to start thinking crazy how they can address and what kind of crazy ideas they would have for those curiosity presumptions that they're coming up with. And to start with it, and this is how they're going to start coming up with out-of-box ideas, relevant ideas. How to get them start thinking of all the crazy ideas they think of to create a change. And we don't stop there. We also push them to start soliciting others, listening to their craziest ideas for change. Imagine when you have a youth, a college student, start not only focusing on all the crazy ideas they can think of to create a change that impact the curiosity world that they have, whether associated with orphans, whether associated with local communities, whether associated with helping leadership, helping local businesses, helping type of industries, but also listening to others of the craziest ideas they may have for a change. And we say, why we're saying craziest ideas, because we want people to feel free to think the way anything they can come up on their minds. We want to hear it. We don't want them to be limited with the way we think. And this is how we start. This is the new experience students in TECA is going to be acquiring the new talents for them to become competitive. It's a 12 weeks program, 6 weeks that they will go. They will help them match innovative ideas with the host businesses. The way we do it is we let them choose a local business or a host company that they would like to work on, and then we'll help them to start exploring, discovering ideas for that host business. In the second eight weeks, they'll start aligning those innovative ideas with the host business by getting them to contact those businesses, if indeed, to show those businesses now what those students are able to do. Which means now they have validated them. They have validated themselves to show this targeted employer what I can do for you, what kind of ideas that I can create for you, and how I can make those ideas work for you when they complete that 12 weeks program. And they're actually used also for internship, 6 weeks, for them, the work placement 1 and the work placement 2 to complete those programs. And this is how we actually help college graduates, college students, and interns discover unbiased, out-of-box relevant ideas, how they make them relevant to people, the curiosity world, by exploring people's aspiration, and the business wisdom based on what the businesses needs. So that mix would actually create a success career recipe for those students, for them to become relevant, scalable, and sustainable throughout their career life that they will have. The value that they will come up with, discover innovative ideas, solve problems, build value, capture people, drive markets, grow business, stay relevant, stay scalable, stay sustainable. In today's world market, in the dynamic changes, the exponential changes that is happening, you're going to see these values will stick with those graduates for the rest of their life, because no matter what kind of a change we're having, those talents that they acquired or those new experience they acquired, they will become dynamic, and all what they need to do is just to grow with it. So this is the link for the Talents of Endearment Career Accelerator. For it, you will see all the details and the benefits of the program. They are both delivered live sessions and self-paced sessions. Excuse me a second, why this is happening. Okay, so there are live sessions and there are self-paced session. Excuse me one second, there's a problem here with this upload. Sorry, just 1 second, please. Okay. So we are live sessions and self-paced sessions. The only difference between the two is the fees that the students are paying. For them, self-paced sessions, they are not on their own completely. They will have mentor support, so they are able to achieve the things that they are looking to achieve with help, support. And the other major difference that also in the self-paced sessions, they don't have available to them the matching and alignment with companies, but they will be able to do it on a general terms that they will have be able to do it. So you'll see that, but also the students who graduate the program, they will become eligible to join TEC, Talent Endearment Capability Centers, where they are able to start working and actually getting paid from anywhere in the world as long as they have computers and internet. And this is the link that they have that you can see in front of you. You can are more than welcome to visit it. So now they have a chance to start a professional career immediately with this program. We also give them lifetime supports, which is, like we mentioned, this is critical for their success. So they continue to be being supported throughout their life, throughout the career that they have, to make things happen and to stay on course of success. And also they have available to them platform support, so they can start building up their own work environment, their growth communities, to continue growing with all the people, the teams that they're connected with for the rest of their life. And this is how they can become sustainable, build a successful career success and exciting life for them. We also offer financial aid through payment plans based on the conditions of each of the student participants, because our aim basically is to make sure that every student in the world that are looking to build a life, to build a career, are able to enjoy it. Scholarships based on the global index of their country's economic scale. So there will be those discounts applied to those students at different countries, 75%, all the way from 25% to 75%. And sometimes we pay in full for the students to join, because we don't want to have anybody deprived of any of those opportunities. We also have an economic aid in 2023, which is a 50% discount for 10,000 students worldwide that are able to take advantage of these opportunities for them. So we have different options that makes it possible for every student not to be left behind. We also have an opportunity for students to become a brand ambassadors, to present talents of endearment in their local communities, in their local colleges, and get paid, plus the prestige and the recognition that they are receiving as a part of the experience they're generating with us. Also, this is for the coaches, mentors, professionals who are looking to become a part of this community. Now they can, through by applying. Once they will become either coaches or mentors or supervisors of different works based on their experiences that they have acquired and what they can bring. Also, we have education collaborators for universities and high schools, where we have two options, where there is annual paid memberships or free memberships, and it both comes up with the different advantages, and you can see that available on this link, education dash collaboration. Also for businesses, where we have industry collaboration, where companies could also be a part of and involved in this process, so they will have a chance with college students to work on addressing their challenges, finding solutions for their businesses at any time in a multi-geography, in a multi-demography. Today, we are in 32 countries, operating through 430 universities worldwide. And next week, we also have another session we have Talents of Endearment 20X is an initiative where we are building infinite business opportunities for the world through youth. Please take advantage of this to join us. It's free. And see what it is about and how this is going to work. By the way, all those links available to you through the handouts tab that you will find. And this is the link also for our Talents of Endearment Academy. Enrollment is free, and you will continue to take advantage of all of those free webinars and constantly growing information that we are providing to businesses worldwide, students and the like. Now, this is the end. And this is all what we can say today for about Talents of Endearment Career Accelerator. And now I can stop and leave a room for questions that you may have. And take it, but in the first, take the time to visit our website. Take a deep look in terms of all the things that we have been doing and we have been able to achieve this far. Thank you for joining me today.